This is a video on how to turn off the curling rink at the end of their season. So next door, the curling rink has got a sensor over there just like this, which they use to control the temperature of their floor. Depending on what they want their floor to be, they set the temperature, and that's what calls for their pump to run. At the end of the year, when they're all finished for the season, they'll turn up the temperature on their sensor here, and that should tell the pump to stop running. Now on our end, once they've notified us, we need to come over to our panel and we need to just switch this from auto to off. I'm going to switch that off. Now the pump has been electronically disconnected, and then now we are going to isolate the valves. So there's 3 valves you need to isolate. First one's here on the brine return line, then the other 2 are on each side of the supply. So there's this one here on the right side of the pump, and this one here on the inlet to the pump. Now, these valves can sometimes be a little sticky. You never want to put a wrench or a pipe or anything on them. You just want to nice and gradually turn them. You don't want to try and do it too fast, and you want to just gradually work it closed and just feel the back here that this has clicked into that last notch all the way. And then you can come down to the next one, do the same thing. Just nice and gradually slowly close it and make sure that it's seated in all the way. And then this one, you can see the notch is nice and clear because I'm around the back side of it. Just nice, slow. And just ensure that it's clicked in. Now these valves, if they're sealing properly, will actually hold pressure quite well. So over the next day or two, you should see the pressure in here climb because this is all sealed off now. That's a good way of knowing that your valves are holding properly, is having this pressure climb. And you can come and crack the valve, let it drop back down, and then you should see it climb again as the brine warms up. On here, the brine return temperature, so right now it's sitting at -8 degrees Celsius. That's pretty typical. We're going to see that climb over the next couple days as the brine that's in this little section of pipe right here warms up to the room temperature. So eventually that'll come up to room temperature, and you'll know that everything's been sealed off properly, because if these weren't sealed properly, then this temperature would be staying cold, because even though the pump has been turned off, if these valves weren't all closed up, you would still be getting some movement of the brine through these lines, because as these pumps run, these pumps will pull brine passively. So it's pretty well all there is to it. Seal those up, keep an eye on your pressure and temperature over the next few days to monitor, make sure everything's closed up properly. And it's good to put a little lockout tag over this so that nobody operates it for the next while, and they don't accidentally turn that pump on when they're doing something else. Alright, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.